Okay. It looks like we are recording. All right. So, hey, everyone. Just wanted to say hello. I am doing a special interview with Saprina, who is an OBM, and she has her own company where she provides services to help online business owners with doing product launches, managing their business, and just overall business management. And an online business owner is kind of like a new phenomenon that came out, and it's actually not online business owner. It's actually an online business manager. Okay, I got that right. I made a mistake. It's an online business manager, OBM. So I really want to talk about what you do, Saprina, because I have a lot of people in my audience who are trying to start a business, or they want to become an OBM, or they want to hire. They need to hire someone to help them run the business. They don't know what to call it. They're just
Right.
like, should I hire a VA? Should I hire, a consultant? This is awesome. I'm so happy that you've joined us, and we really just want to kind of dive into to that topic. So, Saprina, tell me what you do as an OBM. What the heck does an OBM do?
So I like to call it, I have on my website, it says the coordinator of chaos. So basically I'll come into your business and help you set up systems, processes. For some people, give you strategy just to make your life easier so you can focus on income producing activities that only you can do in the business. The background things I can handle, my team can handle, or if you have a team, I'll, take control of your team and we'll do the rest to let you do the income producing part.
That's
So
great.
basically just taking things off the business owner's hands so you're not feeling hectic and under pressure. You're actually running a business and you have a team behind you.
Right, right. So I guess let's kind of drill down. So what exactly, give me an example of something that you would do to help, like your specific skill set. Like, I know we've worked together actually before because you helped me set up
Right.
my website.
Right.
Um, so I know you know how to set up websites, depending on the tool. Like I think you know Squarespace pretty good, which I love Squarespace.
Right.
So you can set that up. What else specifically that technical wise do you know how to do?
So I do website design besides the OBM part. That is a separate package that I offer. I like webinars, so I can help set those up as well. Lead pages, and setting up processing systems depending on which programs you have. So like 17 Hats, Duo, different things like that.
So do you help to set up email funnels? Are you able to help with that?
I do not. I actually have team members that do that. So I would reach out to somebody else. So that wouldn't be my strong suit. I try to stick to things, that are my strong suit. So I would reach out to someone else I would bring them on to help a business owner do that part.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. So you do some level of project management, right?
Right.
Okay, awesome. So you would help managing a team. So, excuse me, that is one of the things that a lot of business owners need help with. They need help with managing a team. A lot of times they're just so busy, they don't have time to manage, the graphic designer, the copywriter, the person writing the blogs. They want one person to kind of come to. So, and also this is kind of helping me to understand it. So you would actually bring all those people together and work hand in hand, right? As I understand with the
Right.
business owner.
Right. Right. Either they would have a team or I have my own team. So it just depends on where they're at in their journey. So if they have a team, then I would, of course, take care of their team. And if they don't, then I would bring my team on and then we would just get the job done.
That's great. So have you ever helped out with, like, what type of launches have you done, specific like examples?
So currently I'm in the middle of a launch with a client out of Atlanta, and she is launching a program called Make Me More Money. It's her first course, and we're actually launching on Monday. So we just go through the process of setting everything up from strategically. So we did have to do email funnels in this. So we had somebody come in to do that, setting up graphics, affiliates, all the background things that go into a launch. We basically set that up. We just finished up a webinar on Monday. So basically going through the things, the steps that it takes to launch the procedure. So we lay those out in Asana, and then we just go through the tasks wherever my team steps in, or she may have some people on her team that will take care of it. We all just, meet in Asana and get the things done.
That's great. I'm glad that you mentioned Asana, because that's a great tool to help people. I like Trello. I'm just already used to it. I do want to learn a little bit more about Asana, but I just have my one tool. Once you get stuck on one tool, you kind of just stuck on it sometimes.
Right.
So that's great. So tell me, what is the difference between a virtual assistant? Because we know a lot of virtual assistants are, they are helping business owners. What's the difference between a virtual assistant and an online business manager?
So I think an online business manager is a little bit more hands-on. So technically, you are like giving a task as a VA. You're delegated a task, and then you do that. As an online business manager, I'm setting up strategies. I'm thinking of the next move. I'm thinking what's going to be good for the business and taking care of the business necessarily with a greater outcome. Not saying that VAs don't do that. However, they do work task to task, hour for hour. I feel like it's a little bit more in depth as an online business manager. And sometimes as a VA, you find yourself doing, hey, this is a little bit more than task. I'm doing a little bit more here. And it's kind of like you're moving into an online business manager position. And that's kind of what happened to me. I was a VA, and I'm like, no, I'm offering way more. Like, I know that I could do way more. I'm offering you strategy. I'm offering this. But being paid as a VA. So that's when I had to take the step up. But as I described it to you the other day, I feel like an online business manager necessarily manages the business. So in any business, you have employees, you have a manager, and then you have an owner. That's how I see a VA. A VA is an employee. You tell them what to do. You give them the task. A manager is managing daily sales, daily operations. They have goals they're meeting. Like, it's a little bit more intense than a VA.
Yeah, and I think that is so great, because a lot of, I find that a lot of times business owners don't know like what type of help they need.
Right.
They're focused on whatever specialty they're good at. Like if you're a coach, you're good at creating the content that you need to, whether it's like videos, blog posts, doing webinars. So, you get so caught up in that, and you're super busy. I mean, let me tell you, I used to have a content marketing company, and I got so burnt out from the whole process that I was like, I'm just going to quit and not even do this anymore. And what really helped me was that I actually started hiring help.
Right.
I had people, I had a virtual assistant in addition to the content writers and blog writers that I had. And the VA really helped me. And I started to train her on how to do project management, how to manage the clients that I had, how to manage the team that I had, because I had more than one writer. She was even helping me, find people to add to my team, which was, she was kind of doing like HR work too,
Right.
So it was really beneficial, and I was even able to streamline my business. So I wasn't working so much on it, but I was working on more the sales and outreach and marketing where I wanted to be, and not the operations part. So I believe heavily in outsourcing. When you get to a level where you're making an income, you have revenue coming in, obviously, you need to start there first. You can hire other people to work with you. And that'll just really take your business from zero to, hopefully $1 million, right?
Right.
I mean, it's just a great help to have. So I guess, what would you say helped you, did you know about an OBM role? You just did you kind of like how did you find out there was this OBM title?
Well, I just did some searching, I guess, online, because I was like, I don't know what to call myself. I'm like, what do I call myself? And it was actually my client that suggested it to me. She's like, you're okay. Well, she actually told me what I was. She's like, you're my online business manager. And I'm like, oh, well, let me go look that up. She's like, no, that's what you are. That's your title. That's what we're giving you. So I went to look it up, and I'm like, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing strategy. At first I, looked into digital marketing strategist, and it is kind of a little bit what I do, but I like the online business manager title. I basically, come online. Specifically for me, I like creative female entrepreneurs. Just come in and help you with your business. Take a load off your shoulders.
Yay. That's what we all need.
Right.
Awesome. That sounds good. So how do you find your clients? Was it just, how do you do it? Do you do outreach, some type of marketing, or how does that work?
Most of my clients have been found on Facebook. So in Facebook groups is where it started.
That's
Some of them,
how I met you. Facebook.
right. Right.
Yeah.
Facebook is actually my biggest social media tool. I am on Facebook every single day. I'm in groups every single day. Not all the time reaching out in groups, but just learning from people in groups. And sometimes I'll like jump in and be like, hey, I can help you with this, or see something that might spark my interest where I'm like, okay, I can probably help this person. And I just reach out. I actually started being a VA in November of 2016, actually running that part of my business. And since then, it's really been consistent to the point where I'm going to leave my job by the end of July.
Oh, that is so good. I love to hear these type of success stories. That is awesome. Good. I'm glad to hear that. So like when you're in the Facebook groups, like what do you do? Do you say, hey, I'm Saprina, hire me? Like, I'm sure you don't do
Well,
that.
no, I try to build like a little bit of a relationship, because you don't want to, I think that's one of the things, like you said, what makes me unique. I like to build relationships, and I like to get to know you before we even, move to the next level, because I don't want to move to the next level and start handling somebody's business who we don't get along well. So I go into the groups, I may scope somebody out who I'm like, okay, I seen her post a couple things about this. I'm going to reach out. And then I'm consistent with my reach out. And we know how entrepreneurs are. They're busy. So you can't stop after one time. So sometimes I've had people tell me, like one girl, she was like, I can't believe you got me on the phone. She's like, you got me on the phone. And that obviously means a lot in your worth ethic. And, you're persistent. And she wanted to work with me after that. So I basically go in, I kind of see what they're talking about and read through posts, through comments, and just, build a relationship and be like, oh, hey, I can offer help with that.
Right.
This is what I do. This is how I help you. And then it just builds from there.
Great. That sounds, that to me, relationship building is just so important. And it's not about selling your, being too salesy. It's about giving value, being helpful, giving out helpful tips on how to do something, sharing information, free content, sharing your blog posts, any type of freebies too. I like that, kind of sharing and just having a conversation. But that is the way to do it. And I know I have a few virtual assistants that are in my audience, in my community. I have a Facebook group, and they want to know how to start out, how to get into that role. What can they do to kind of transition
from a VA to an OBM?
Right.
So I believe start learning more, start putting yourself out there, whether it be courses, whether you have a mentor, but you have to learn more in order to earn more. So you have to get more skills that make business owners attracted to the things that you can do. You can't manage a team if you've never managed a team before. So you may want to take some courses or a course on project management, which I believe that you have, or you have something close to that, right? So people can see if they want to be a project manager, because it might not be for them. Or if you want to learn how to do sales funnels, you're going to take a course on sales funnels, and then you can say, hey, this is what I offer. Then that's when you start to move into the role where you're like, okay, this is how it's done. There's a couple people that have courses for that, and it's kind of like you just move into the position naturally, because either you can stay the same or you grow. Not saying that everybody wants to be an OBM, but some people are fine offering the skills that they offer, but some people want a little bit more. and I wanted a little bit more, so I moved to an OBM.
Awesome, awesome. So what type of project management techniques do you use to help, like, or tools? I know you said you use Asana. So how do you manage a project, like your launches? When you guys, like for instance, you mentioned that you have a launch coming up now. What is the process, if you don't mind? You don't have to go into that much detail, but kind of high level. How do you go from the beginning, where do you start until that day that, okay, this is the launch day and I'm going to press the button to go live, right? How do you?
Right. So it's kind of just mapping the game plan out and having a strategy. And Asana, they have the cards, but they also have lists. So I do it in a list and like, hey, this is what needs to be done. This is when we start. We're starting this day. The cart opens this day. We're having a webinar this day. This is what the topics are for the webinar. This is what the program is we're going to use. This is, things like that. So in detail of every part of it. So this is our email funnel. We need to get copy for our email funnel. The email funnels are going to be released on these days. Just going through the list and having that also you can check out, in Asana, you tag the people whose task it is. So whether it be the business owner or somebody on my team, I just tag them in it, and everybody does their task. So then we also have a weekly meeting, and then make sure we're on task. Or if anybody needs anything, we just, talk about it, and people may break up and do tasks together, things like that. But basically we just, keep going to get the job done, checking things off until it's time to launch.
Great. Awesome. Thank you for that information. So yeah, that's pretty much, what I wanted to know. I think you answered a lot of questions, and that was the whole purpose of this interview, to just figure out, okay, what the heck does an OBM do? Like, it was kind of vague. We were like, online business. I had a discussion actually in my Facebook group, and we were just like, what the heck is an online business manager? Not that we thought it was a great idea. The name doesn't really tell you, because it's like, okay, you're just like a business manager of what,
Right.
a marketing manager does marketing, an accounting, manager does, they do accounting, right? But what does
Right.
So it was kind of vague, and I'm really happy that you were able to explain to us what that meant. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna, I guess we can wrap it up, but thank you so much, Saprina, for joining this interview, and I hope to see more from you, and maybe we can have another discussion,
Yes.
and see where you are in your business journey in July.
Yes. Yes. I totally appreciate you reaching out to me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.